All right. Miss Ferris, you have been charged with nothing. You have, looks like 4 attachments issued for failure to appear. And all of them were issued on November 10th, it looks like. Of 2022. The first is in a burglary case, and you have a $2,000 appearance bond in the resolution of that attachment. The second is in a theft of property over $10,000 case. You have a $3,000 appearance bond for that one. The third is in another burglary case, and you have a $2,000 appearance bond for that one. And then the fourth one is in a theft over $2,500 case. You have a $2,000 appearance bond for that one. You understand what's going on?
Yeah.
So it looks like you've already got an attorney on this. And that would be an Amber Spellman.
Yes.
I will leave Miss Spellman on it. And her telephone number is 724-0744. Try and get a hold of her prior to your court date, which I'm going to set on Wednesday in felony court. That's January 4th.
Okay. Thank you.
That's all for you.
What's the next one?
What's your name?
Deborah Standiford.
Ms. Danifer, you've been charged with speeding. That'd be a Class C misdemeanor. You've also been charged with driving on a suspended license. That'd be a Class B misdemeanor. And you've been charged with a roadway lane violation. That'd be a Class C misdemeanor if convicted. You understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
Would you like me to read the allegations?
Please.
Okay. It says this incident occurred on or about Friday, December 30th, 2022 at 8:32 p.m. at I-40 East at exit 388. On that date, time, and location, I observed a white Ford Escape traveling east at a high rate of speed, 89 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone. I also observed the vehicle cross the outside lane multiple times. I initiated a traffic stop at exit 388, James White Parkway. I made contact with the suspect, Deborah Standifer. A records check revealed a failure to appear out of Granger County for DUI, and her license was suspended. The suspect was placed into custody and transported to Roger D. Wilson Detention Facility. The suspect vehicle was released to a responsible party. All right, if you cannot afford an attorney, I can appoint one. Would you like me to do that?
I don't have any money for one, so.
Okay. So yes.
Please.
Okay. I'd ask you some questions on that to make sure you qualify. So you raise your right hand and be sworn in. This is the uniform affidavit of indigency. It's the form that you filled out of the jail. Do you swear or affirm that everything you filled out on this form, any testimony you give, is true and accurate?
Yes.
Thank you. Do you have a job,
Yes.
property, a house, or car that you want? Wait, let me back up. Where do you work?
UT.
Doing what?
I work in the student union, like the food service.
Making 1,000 every 2 weeks.
Yes.
Any property, house, or car that you own?
No.
Any other forms of income or assets?
No.
I'm going to appoint the district public defender to represent you. There is a $50 fee for the appointment of counsel. That needs to be paid in the General Session Court Clerk's office on or before January 15th. But if you are unable to pay by that time, they will add your court costs at the conclusion of the case. They have a number of the public defender's office to jail. Try and get a hold of them prior to your court date. And I have some options for the court date. So I'm going to release you on your Knox County charges. I didn't notice that earlier. I might have done it earlier. So you have a hold for Granger County. Would you like me to set this in court on Wednesday? They have to give them some time to come pick you up, or I can set it about a month out for a hearing. It depends on which you would prefer.
If you set it for a month out, does that mean I still get out today and I can just go to my court date?
You won't get out because they got to hold you for Granger County, but it won't be us holding you. If they don't come pick you up, they have to release you eventually. But you just, when you're released, you come to your court date, yes. Would you like me to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me.
So how long do they have to come get me?
Don't know. I think they give them 10 days, but I don't know if that's completely legally correct. I don't know. Discuss that with your attorney. I don't know exactly how long they give for them to come get you. Ask the jailers, talk to the attorney, which I appointed the public defender's office. They'll have that number there. Just ask for an attorney's call while you're there and call them and let them know what's going on. And I'm going to set this for a preliminary hearing in misdemeanor court on January the 31st. And that's all I have for you. What's your name?
Bill Martin.
If that's the name, will you tell them I will call them as soon as I'm done here? Okay, Miss Martin, you've been charged with public intoxication. That'd be a Class C misdemeanor convicted. You understand what you're charged with?
Yeah.
Would you like?
So, yeah.
Would you like me to read the allegations?
No.
Okay, you can go forward and contest this case, or if you'll agree to pay the court costs, I will release the Knox County hold on you. Like the last lady, you have a hold from another county, so they'll have to give them an opportunity to come pick you up. But I'll get rid of the Knoxville hold, and if you pay these court costs off, this charge will be dismissed when you pay those court costs off. Would you like to do that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I need you to go to the General Session Court Clerk's office for the next 10 days and make arrangements to pay those costs. You will want to take the warrant number with you, and that warrant number is @1475689. And that's all for you.
Okay, thank you. Hey, what if I'm not out of Brick County? Would I just, can I go after I get out? Because I might have to be there a minute.
It'd probably be all right. I'm not going to say for
Okay.
100% sure, but I think so.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Was that the men?
Yes.
They say how many they had?
Just one.
I thought I already talked to him. Nope.
Hello, sir.
So, what's your name?
Justin Richard Clevenger.
All right, Mr. Clevenger, you've been charged with aggravated assault. That would be a Class C felony if convicted. You've also been charged with making a false report to an officer. That would be a Class D felony if convicted. You understand what you're charged with?
Yeah.
Would you like me to read the allegations?
I mean, if we really I want you to save as much time as you want. So if you don't want to read them, you don't have to. I just want to know if you're going to let me bond out.
I will set a bond, but I don't mind reading the allegations.
Well, either way, yes, sir.
Okay.
Please.
It says this incident occurred on or about Friday, December 30th, 2022. How long have you been in custody?
I think it's, man, I don't even know.
Okay.
15 hours, 14 hours. I don't know.
This occurred on December 30th, 2022 at 11:05 a.m. at 525 Renfro Road at the Cable Terrace Apartments. On that date, time, and location, Officer DeLoa responded to an aggravated assault at 525 Renford Road at Cable Terrace Apartments. Upon arrival, officer met with the victim, Jeremy Berry, who stated that while in the downstairs lobby, the suspect, Justin Clevenger, began verbally insulting Berry and threatened to have him murdered. Both parties then separated, at which point they both met outside. Berry stated that Clevenger said that he was going to kill him and swung a machete towards Berry. Officer then met with Clevenger, who stated that him and Berry had gotten into an argument, at which time they separated. Clevenger then stated when he saw Berry again that Berry was carrying a wooden stick, and he used his machete to block the stick from hitting him. On December 30th, 2022, at 5:08 p.m., Officer DeLoa wrote a continuation for an aggravated assault at 525 Renford Road. Officers were able to gain access to the video at the KCDC property. After review of the video footage, the victim, Jeremy Berry, and suspect Justin Clevenger were at the elevators on the lobby floor when Clevenger pulled out a machete from his pants and was aggressively approaching and swinging the machete at Berry. Berry was
saying Does it say anything about him having a skewer out on his shoulder or a stick out on his shoulder already getting out of the elevator? Because if it don't, then yeah, dispute it.
Barry
It
was
should say that he got out of the elevator with
time out.
a stick and
Time
another
out.
weapon already
Time out.
out.
All right, I'm
My
going to say it
weapon
one
was-
more time, and I'm going to send you
Excuse me.
back, and your date will get cut off. I'm reading. You're not talking right now.
I'm not talking.
That's not what we're doing.
Excuse me.
All righty. Barry was attempting to escape, evade Clevenger, continuing outside. Warrants were placed on file for aggravated assault and false reporting. This occurred in Knox County, Tennessee. All right, you have some rights I need to go over. The first is that you have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to make any statements. Any that you make voluntarily can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one for you. And you have the right to a preliminary hearing, that is a probable cause hearing, where the judge will hear the evidence against you and decide whether this case is strong enough to be bound over the grand jury for further prosecution. You understand those rights?
I do, sir.
Would you like me to appoint an attorney to represent you?
Please.
I need to ask you some questions on oath, make sure you qualify, as well as to set your bond. So you raise your right hand and be sworn in. This is the uniform affidavit of indigency that you filled out of the jail. You swear or affirm that everything filled out on this form, any testimony you give is true and accurate.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You'll have a time to dispute this, but that is not right now. Right now, I'm just notifying you of the charges.
Excuse me.
Okay.
I haven't. Excuse me.
You have a job?
Part-time under the table.
Doing what?
Different things, mainly like roofing and like hardwood
Home improvement?
kind of thing. Yes, sir.
How much do you make?
They pay me on the day. It's like 80 to. They gave me $120 one day, so it just varies.
So you wrote 900, 1,000 on here per month.
Well, yes, sir. I also get a disability, so I'm gonna get 900 a month on disability, and then like after I pay all my bills and such, yeah, I got about $700 to just because my rent is. I take advantage of the system. I'm still poor, but I can know how to make money. It's the United States of America.
So what do you think you average doing that roofing and such per month?
I've only done it for about 4 months. Yeah, $900, maybe $1,000
A month?
a month.
Okay. In property, a house or car that you own?
Also some cool electronic stuff. Nothing in particular.
What do you mean electronic stuff?
No video games. I don't know. Not really. I really don't own much of value. Yeah. No,
And
sir.
You live in Knoxville?
Yes, I do.
How long you lived here?
Oh man. On and off since I was 6 years old.
You have family here?
I got a son and a daughter. Yes, sir, I do.
And is there anybody that would vouch for your reliability to show up in court?
Sorry.
Is there anybody that would vouch for your reliability to show up in court?
Yes, yes, there is.
Who would that be?
Would you like her name and name?
Whatever you say is what I'll take.
Her name is Tiana Cranford. And I will show up.
You don't have a history of missing court here in Knoxville.
No, sir, I do owe you guys a little bit of money, but oh man, I got to get together.
Okay, I'm going to set the bond at $3,000 on the aggravated assault with the condition of bond that should you post it, you not have any contact or communication with the alleged victim, being a Jeremy Berry. And then I'm going to
Yes,
set
sir.
the bond at $2,000 on the false reports charge. So that's $5,000 total. I'm going to set this in felony court on Wednesday, January 4th, so that if you are unable to post this bond, the judge can reconsider it at that time. If you do post it, they will give you a different court date to go to when you're being released. Go to that one instead. And let's see what we can do about an attorney. I'm going to appoint the district public defender to represent you. There is a $50 fee for the appointment of counsel. That needs to be paid in General Session Court Clerk's office on or before January the 15th. But if you are unable to pay by that time, they'll add your court costs at the conclusion of the case. They have the number of the public defender's office to jail. Try and get a hold of them prior to your court date, which if you don't post the bond will be on Wednesday. And that's all I have for you.
Thank you.
Not be it, sir.
Pardon me?
Not be it.
All righty. Have a good morning.
Have a good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
That means